For some, the expression of MV Agusta's Brutale Naked bike isn't quite tough enough. It's those riders the Italian brand wants to capture with its more threatening-looking Dragster 800. Powered by the same wicked 798cc triple that propels the F3800 sport bike, the Dragster is the new vision of hardcore street fighter. I gotta say, probably the biggest thing that I noticed about this motorcycle, obviously it shares the same platform as the Brutale, same 3-cylinder engine, same chassis, same suspension, same brakes, same everything. But probably the biggest difference is, again, MV Agusta continues to refine their software on this motorcycle, and I'm really impressed. Like the new software on this bike. The thing runs so dang good, it's unbelievable. I mean, usually with this bike, I always have to mess with the settings. I have to go in the custom map and adjust everything just to where I like it, so it's not so twitchy and so difficult to ride, so snappy. Now I just leave it in normal mode, just leave it, and it works. Like it still has that really direct feel to the engine and to the rear tire, but it's not as snatchy anymore. The bike doesn't jump out of your hands and get away from you. It's just way more neutral feeling. Probably the biggest testament to how much better the map is on this bike. I could never wheelie this bike before because like every time I wheelie, the thing is just like loop out Larry, get away from me crazy style. But now with this more refined map, you can actually like pop a wheelie and like control it with the throttle. The throttle's not so touchy. It's got way better response. And it just makes it easier and more fun to ride. The biggest difference between this and the Brutale is the riding position. For the racetrack, the riding position isn't optimum. You definitely kind of sit more upright, and there's just not a lot of room behind the handlebar for a guy of my size. Like a 6-foot-tall guy, like you literally have to sit on this passenger pillion on the track because it's not made for taller than average riders. But at the same time, I really do like the sweep of the handlebar. It's nice and upright. The bike feels very light, like very low center of gravity. You can feel it just rolling around like the pits and stuff like that. Like it's such a light motorcycle, and it carries it's so low in the frame that it just pays dividends on the road and track again. Probably the one thing that I wish could be improved in the overall handling of the bike is just the head shake. I mean, it doesn't head shake as severe as like the F3800. It still head shakes. Like they need to put a steering dampener on this thing. It's like enough's enough. And I'd like to see a steering dampener to kind of mellow that thing out. On a smooth road, you're not going to really notice it that much. But any surface that's really bumpy, man, this thing's going to get a little bit crazy. So they definitely need to fix that. Besides that, I love the ABS. I love the fact you can turn it off. Maybe on the track it's comes in a little bit too aggressively, but no big deal. You turn it off, keep on mopping. Overall, I'm just really impressed with what MV's done with this Dragster. Maybe it's not the bike I would buy. I would probably stick with the Brutale 800, but I just love the electronics on it. Like it's night and day. It's so much better than the old Brutale. It's not even fun. It's just like you can ride it now. You don't have to worry about the bike getting away from you. It's just so much more controllable and friendly, and it's just really nice to see MV continuing to refine these bikes and make them better, make them easier to ride, make them more fun, without losing that wild character that's at the heart of the brand.